a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. They were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
6-0 our score after one. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run again with Harris. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
On 3rd and short, to give to the tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, 6th overall, as his guys are able to extend their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Dobbs' throw complete there to Johnson. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Dobbs. Again, it's Johnson. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. The Raiders at 5-8, 3 games under 500. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. Looking deep for Adams. It got his man complete. It's a big play there for Vegas. 54 yards. The slot man in motion right. Now Dobbs. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
On second down, Jacobs. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Running here with White.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Zamir White.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Raiders have got it back to within a score.
Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 13-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They run with Harris. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
79 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, Jones dancing to his left. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Dobbs. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
On first down, Dobbs to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And this one is incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Dobbs. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Dobbs to throw. They'll roll him out right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before break. Dobbs flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Dobbs.
He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
To throw is Dobbs. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs.
And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here we go. Cowboy 80.
They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
They'll come out in the pistol. On 2nd and goal, Dobbs, and that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller there to make the grab.
And the Raiders have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead.
What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Pats at the line, ready to go. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this 2nd half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Jones.
Out left and complete to Thornton. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
This is Harris. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thornton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now a man who played at Centennial High here in Las Vegas, Ramondre Stevenson.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here's the rookie 4th-round pick, Pierre Strong.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Jones.
He's got his man, Thornton.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
They'll run with Strong.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
Pierre Strong.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Patriots have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter.
Extra point up and good by Folk, and they will take a 7-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 1st and 10, Dobbs. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Counter play with Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Dobbs to throw. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They go with Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Out of the gun, Dobbs.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 44, Dobbs.
Same target. It's Jacobs again. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Looking to throw. Dobbs. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Okay, we've seen plenty of games. We've been there before. They thought they had this one over with if they could have stopped them right there on that down. Now they've got to continue to play. That's going to be tough.
That's tough because it was such great coverage. They had them blanketed, especially there in the secondary, but, hey, took off and found a way.
A good running there by Jacobs on first down as he's able to take this forward for a gain of 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Check smash. Ready, go.
White, he'll try the left side.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Johnson goes in motion left.
Dragon 60.
To throw on third down. Dobbs. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 13-yard line. A big third down pickup of 20 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. The man in motion left here, Johnson.
Trap 50, trap 50.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Dobbs.
And the pass complete to Waller on the out route.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Carlson on for the PAT. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
On second down, it's Stevenson.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down.
Here's Jones.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Now Dobbs.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Dobbs lets this go for Renfro downfield.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So the Raiders are going to get the football first here in the overtime session as we are back underway. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
18 Rattler.
On first down, Abdullah. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Come 19.
Back to throw. Dobbs flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
Panther 11.
Looking to throw. Dobbs able to find Walter. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Running straight ahead is Jacobs.
To the 27-yard line.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
79 Broncos.
Operating from the gun. Dobbs.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Dobbs. Got a man. It's Darren Waller.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
On first down, Dobbs escaping the pressure right. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
And the Pats are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Boy, that one hurt, CD. They were in field goal range. They wanted that touchdown, understandably, but now a field goal on the other side would beat them.
And when you get the ball first in overtime, you're thinking to yourself, nothing less than a field goal. but you really want the touchdown. You don't want to put the onus on your defense to try and hold. In this case, they put it on them anyway, but at least they were aggressive trying to get the score that would have ended the game.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Jones, first throw of overtime here.
And Cook has it, left side. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. Backed up deep in their own territory, they were in search of a cushion, and the cushion was found.
And you have to think total game, even in overtime. As a head coach, field position still counts in this spot. So they had to get out from the shadow of their own goal line, get themselves some breathing room. Obviously, that helps them on offense, but it may help their defense, too. Might be necessary here in OT.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson.
A gain of 3, second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. To throw is Jones. That's caught by Thornton.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. First down, and they go back to Harris.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Six yards left on 2nd down. Jones.
Being chased out left. Jones hit and the ball's out. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, that almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, That whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Looking to throw on second down. Dobbs. And he slings one that's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver. And it results in an incomplete pass.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Dobbs. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
This one took us deep into the night, but in the end, after 5 quarters, we're unable to determine a winner.
Well, can I say it? I think it's a fair outcome with the kind of game that we had, pretty evenly matched. But here's where it gets tough. Because it was a night game, makes it much shorter on the turnaround, doesn't it? Especially for the visiting team.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.
With that, we say goodnight from Las Vegas.